Good morning, I'm Clinton Griffiths. Dairy prices are now at record highs following a turbulent couple of years in the wake of the COVID pandemic. But can those prices continue to race higher? That's a question experts are asking as pressure builds beyond the milking barn. Dairy markets look different since the days of empty restaurants and COVID lockdowns.
You've got record high dairy prices that are probably going to stick around and last longer than usual. The dairy industry has a strong tendency to cure high prices through overproduction, and demand has a tendency to decline.
In fact, just this week, the global dairy auction saw prices fall 8.5%, its biggest drop since August 2015, in what's being called a balk at those higher prices.
And you know, the biggest nemesis of the milk market, as an economist, we used to talk a lot about too much milk. All of a sudden today, with what's happening in New Zealand and Europe, we have an opportunity for that milk to go somewhere. So it's a little different landscape than where we've really been.
But cracks are starting to emerge in the typical tendencies. Even with record prices, cow culling increased by more than 30,000 cows in March compared to February.
Increased feed prices have raised the bar for cows. And so with that bar being raised, then farmers have been more aggressive at culling because of what they need to accomplish as far as paying the bills, having those cows pay for themselves. And that's raised the bar, which then results in higher culling rate.
Now, a lot of this will all be determined this year about hay availability. I mean, if I look to the western U.S., we are still relatively dry, though we have caught some recent rains. But that hay availability with U.S. hay seedings at their lowest level since 1907 is going to be the big driver, I believe, for especially those cull rates in the southern plains in the western U.S.
And milk production in the first quarter dropped 1% year over year. Drought, high feed costs, and labor issues all weighing on production.
Is a dairy producer uncertain about their inputs because of tight supplies and where they're going to get these inputs if there's a weather market, so there's a caution to expand the herd. And the other thing is just a labor issue, getting enough help to expand in a portfolio. Look at how you're going to grow your business. Do you have the labor to expand? That is a major issue in the dairy industry right now.
I need to understand a little bit more about milk production, because milk production or per cow output is still relatively steady. If it increases, then we're looking at maybe the market holding in this $22 to $26 range. However, if it comes lower, we could see the milk market score new all-time highs, maybe as high as $29 or $30.